Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask you a bit about Willian. I mean, we haven't really spoken to you. You signed him on a long-term contract, and he's 32 years old. I remember when you were playing, Arsene Wenger was very specific about not giving long-term contracts to older players. Are you confident that he's, at 32 years old, he can be playing for another 3 years for you?
Well, with all the conversation that I had with him, the thing that stands out is his ambition and his willingness to be the man who can drive this club forward as well and be a big part of it. He has a very special qualities. He has the experience in this league. And if there is something with him, is that he's always available. He's a player that doesn't miss football matches. Last season at Chelsea, you could see the amount of games that he played even after coronavirus. I think he's the one with more minutes there. And I'm not concerned at all. We need a balance in this squad. We have some really young talent that need some experienced players that they can just put the shirts on and start performance. And this will evolve, It will be up to him and how much we help him as well with our environment if he's able to perform at that level another 3 years. But I think he's got a great chance to achieving that, but time will tell.
From your experience, you finished at 34. You signed a contract and in about a year and a half before and hardly played at the end. How much more difficult is it to keep going?
He's much better than me. He's much fitter than me, Mark. So don't compare it with me. I'm a bad example there. Listen, as well, we need to know our context. And to sign that type of player at 20 or 21 years old for us at the moment is impossible, So we have to adapt here. We need some players that can hit the ground straight away, and we can be more patient with other ones to development. But if we want to develop those players well, they need top players around them because they will increase their performance and as well their value.
And finally, on Willian, do you envisage him playing as a winger as he did at Chelsea or as a number 10? Which obviously he can play both.
Yeah, he's played both. I think he can play as an attacking midfielder as well. He can fill him in 3 or 4 different positions depending the formation that we use on the day.
Thank you.
Finally, Nick from The Guardian.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Just on goalkeepers again, you've got 2 guys who are both 28 and they feel like they should be playing. They're close to the peak of their careers. They both want to make the most of their careers. It's not a normal situation, really. Is it realistic to keep them both all season?
Well, there are other cases in other football clubs with similar things. The positive thing is that we have a keeper with Emi that for 10 years has been so patient that he's made some difficult choice in his career to earn the place and the right to where he is at the moment. And that he was given the opportunity since I joined here, he was superb, and then his performance increased dramatically. He was key in our success to win the titles and as well his value as well. And for me, it's a really good problem to have, to deal with that between a position that only one can play long term is a little bit more difficult. But this is why we are having this conversation.
But you think you can keep them both happy over the next 9 months?
Well, they both need to know their role. And at the end of the day, it's one position to fill in and the other one, he has to support the number one and the one is playing 100%. If you are not able to do that, you cannot be part of a top squad and you should not be here.
How important is it for defenders, especially as we've got a couple of quite young defenders have just come in, to have a consistent voice behind them every week, do you think, in goal?
Both of them have that presence. Both Ben and Emi have that presence. I'm not concerned about that. I am more concerned sometimes about central defenders that join our country and they can't talk the language properly because communication is a big thing at the back for them to guide the players in front of them. But we are on it. Obviously, that takes some time and we will get it as quick as possible.
Sure. On a similar note to what you just said, just talking about William Saliba, obviously he's been around a few weeks now. Very big investment that the club made in him when he was 18. Having spent some time with him, what do you see in him? What's he going to add? Also, maybe how has he adapted with the language and things like that?
Yeah, I think it's going to take him some time to adapt to our way of playing as well, but as well to get adapted to the language, the rhythm, the physicality of that country. And as well, we have to bear in mind that he didn't play much football last season with all the injuries that he had. So I think it will be a process that we have to be patient, picking the right games with the right environment and trying to grow because he has a really good potential.
There's quite a lot of responsibility on maybe him and Gabriel early on in their Arsenal careers, given that there are a few issues at centre-back, and we'll see who plays tomorrow. But would you rather that they had a bit of a slower introduction? Is there a lot of responsibility at this point?
Everyone was saying that we had too many central defenders, and it's a funny case right now. That's probably the position that we are shorter at the moment with all the injuries, but obviously we are hopeful that in the next few weeks that situation will resolve and we'll be in a stronger position.
Can they handle that responsibility though, Saliba and Gabriel?
I think you can just answer that question when they perform on that pitch. It's easy from the outside to say yeah, but after you have to be there and do the job.
Thanks, Mikel.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks, everybody. Just a reminder that last section, 10:30 deadline tonight, and the broadcast section can go live from 1 o'clock lunchtime today. Thanks all.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.